up, everybody? Happy Saturday. I'm back. I'm going fishing. Well, I'm going to go fishing now for this with you guys and see how my shoulder feels. A little tender already, but that's all right. As soon as somebody tunes in, tell me if, babe, can you hear me okay? Does the audio sound good? Did you answer me, darling? Oh, it feels good to be out here. Good. Morning, Eric. I haven't fished in like 2 weeks. That's ridiculous. Criminal. Absurd. So, I talked to my nephew this morning. My nephew Larry lives up in Watertown, and he was up on Lake of the Isles this morning. They had, they had 3 largemouth, 2 big northerns, and a bunch of perch. And I'm assuming he's right there off the main parking lot at Lake of the Isles out on Wesley Island. He said they had 7 inches of good ice. I didn't ask him if there was machines out there running around, but I love fishing. Fishing loves me. My shoulder doesn't love it though. It comes and goes. It's not nearly as bad as it was. The problem is, being a dirty jigger, I need that shoulder because my arms, you know, cocked like this all the time, and it puts all that pressure right there. Everything starts to go numb. You're like, this blows. Ugh. So yeah, so so it looks like there might be ice up north. I've got all my stuff sitting in the garage. I may very well head up there tomorrow and check it out. He said he'd go again, and I gotta do something. I gotta set the hook. I gotta fight a fish. I'm losing it. How's the water? Cold. Wet. It's very wet today. Big chunks of it though floating down the river. It's that big chunk of ice right there. The best part is when you see like a seagull or a duck just sitting on it, floating down the river. I think I'm going to throw a swim bait because my shoulder already hurts. So I don't think jigging is going to be the answer for me right at the moment. Oh. Oh, mamacita. Let's count a swim bait down, just slow retrieve it. How about that? Actually, let's let it get all the way to the bottom. There's still running water. We had a lot of runoff come into the lake, although the river's fairly clear. I'm pretty shocked. I'm pretty shocked. It's been, I'll tell you guys a funny story. All right, so let's switch the camera here. I'll tell you a funny story while I'm retrieving. So, we took our old Christmas tree out of the house, whatever, a week or two ago, and put it out on the back deck. And then usually we do that every year. And then usually I'll go get those big bird food, the bird seed that's all, it looks like a bell, hang it from the tree. And then we get all kinds of little birds come up there, chickadees and nuthatches. And today we had blue jays and doves. And I haven't seen any cardinals, which are my favorite, but see them all, they're right there in the window and I'm sitting at the table and I like to watch them. She says to me yesterday, she goes, all three bells are gone. And one of the ropes that you had the bell tied to the tree with is also gone. So I'm like, what would do that? And we got just a little bit of a sugar coating of snow this morning, or overnight. And leading directly from the tree over to the corner of the deck was a straight line of footprints. And it looked like somebody took their hand like this and went, bonk, bonk, bonk. And you can tell that footprint right away. Freddy Fingers, it's a possum. So he just goes up there and takes the whole thing and just carries it with him back down into his hole, What's the matter, Ball? Too good to go to your home? Takes it back to his home, hangs out, and eats my bird food. So I hung 3 more up this morning, and the birds have been going ballistic. The blue jays think they're king of the mountain. This is sore on the shoulder. Maybe just sitting still on a bucket, doing that with it. Maybe that won't be, just set the hook all the time. They didn't give me any painkillers, so I just gotta suck it up, stop being a weenie. All right, let's see who's around this morning. Morning, honey. Eric, you're on Big Bay today. Tell me how it's going. I hear you. Good late morning. What did they do for your shoulder, to your shoulder? They hooked me up to some machine that was electrically pushing medication from a patch into my shoulder. I don't know. When my mind's occupied, it doesn't bother me. Like when I'm setting tile yesterday, all week, it wasn't bothering me then because I was so focused on what I was doing. And all morning I've been working on something and writing and I was thinking of other things, so my mind was occupied. And then all of a sudden now I come out and I start to move it around a little bit and it's like that. Stupid. Kevin Stone, good morning. Picking away, feels good. Yeah, I hear you. How much ice you got out there on Big Bay? And how many guys are out there? I'm sure there's people everywhere. I'm going to see about making a plan for tomorrow morning and go someplace, do something. My neighbor's still got his boat in over there. You can hear it starting up. I could have kept my boat in and just fished the river this whole time. Crazy. So my son Danny and I were talking last night. Him and his buddy were over and we did our picks for today's NFL games, or this weekend's playoffs. Let's do picks again. That was fun last week. So we got 4 games. We got 4 games today. 4 games total. 2 today, 2 tomorrow. Game 1 today is Kansas City and Jacksonville. Danny and his buddy both went with the Chiefs. I'm going with Trevor Lawrence. I've never liked teams getting byes. I always think it derails their momentum. But both teams are on 6-game winning streaks. So somebody's going to come to an end today. And I like this kid. I didn't like him when he was at Clemson playing at SU, but I like that kid, Trevor Lawrence. So I'm going with the Jags on this one in the first game. Tonight's game, prime time, is going to be fun. So Courtney and Danny, they all grew up and lived in New Jersey, and her husband and Danny's father was a huge lifelong Giants fan. So tonight is Eagles Giants, and I live in a Giants household. My cousin Jason was a you know diehard Giants fan his whole life. I just assumed that the Giants fans had something wrong with them. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And I used to like the Eagles when McNabb went there. I know a lot of people up here in Syracuse were Eagles fans, at least during the time he was there, because everybody loved McNabb. So that's Eagles, Giants. Danny, of course, picked his team, and Cole and myself went with the Eagles. Although I said to Danny, I said, the Giants I saw last week and your quarterback last week was the best I'd ever seen him. Saquon, the whole deal, like they all had it going on. They played great, and I didn't have a ton of confidence in the Vikings, but they went into Minnesota and smacked them right in the mouth. I'm going to smack your mama right in the mouth. So, but I think Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are better. And I think they're probably, I originally was going to go with the 49ers, skipping ahead as my Super Bowl pick from the NFC, but it's going to be Eagles Niners in the NFC Championship, and I think the Eagles win, especially playing in Philadelphia for that AFC Championship. So I think the Eagles win tonight, and I think they eventually win it all, but we'll get there. Tomorrow's game 1 is Bills-Bengals. That's going to be another exciting game. The Bills falsely beat my Dolphins under false, terrible, bad pretenses, and we started our third string quarterback. So all I'll say is, if I was a Bills fan, which I would never be, but if let's just say I was, I'd be scared to death, because you barely beat a team with their top 2 receivers that couldn't catch a pass and their third string quarterback. So what are you planning on doing against Joe Burrows? Because that kid's special. So is Josh Allen. Don't get me wrong. The Bills have a lot of talent, but it's time to put up or shut up for them. So that's going to be a fun game. Danny and I both went with the Bengals, and Cole was a homer, and he went with the Bills. And the last game tomorrow night is 49ers Cowboys. I was impressed somewhat with the Cowboys last week. Tom Brady looked terrible. And why doesn't Tom Brady just stop playing? I mean, he's the greatest of all time, unquestionably what he's done, but I can't imagine this is helping his legacy now. He didn't look good in that game. Did not look good. Didn't, under any circumstance, look good. And so the Cowboys looked good, but they were also given 14 points right off the bat that changed the complexion of the game, and then they wrote it out from there, which was great. But I think the 49ers are better, period, and I think the 49ers win. I don't know where that game is, but I don't think it matters. I think the 49ers could even go into Dallas and beat them there. I did like the kid running the ball for the Cowboys, not Elliott, but the other one. Small, fast. He was impressive. And Dak Prescott played a good game. He did. He looked good, better than normal. So that'll be interesting. But Danny and I went with 49ers, and Cole once again let us down with picking the Cowboys. So put your picks up. I'll save these comments, but put your picks up in the comments of this video, and then let's see what everybody thinks. All right. I think that'll do it for today. I'm looking at my neighbor pulling out in his boat. I love it. You guys have a great day. Enjoy your Saturday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe from the ice. Maybe ice fishing. Who knows? Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Love you guys. Keep your tip up. Oh, wait. Jim G, go Giants. Eagles.